Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Empyrion Galactic Survival episode 28. I'm Igneous, and today we're at the Green Barrier of Doom. This is where the map seams come together. We can see the barrier, we can pass through the barrier, we can't see what's on the other side of the barrier until we get through it. But I already know what's on the other side of the barrier because I peeked through. It's a Ghost Rider base 2 and a minigun drone. Now normally when we approach these bases, I like to take the cautious approach and sort of gauge my range to target based on whether or not they can hit me with their projectiles and then hope that I can hit them with mine, which up until now has been the case, but it makes for kind of a tedious process. So this time around, we're not going to go that route. We're going to go the right in your face, and let's see who can destroy whose turrets before the other one succumbs to the inability to defend itself. And then we'll go from there. We'll rush the base and we'll try and clear it out as fast as we can. So that's basically all there is to say about it. We've got to turn on our thrusters here. Thrusters active. Change view, very important. And we're going to ascend ever so slightly. We don't really want to be that high off the ground because the base is on the ground, and the higher we are, actually the harder it is to line up the turrets to hit their turrets. And we push through ever so cautiously. There it is. Alright, so we made it. I think he's still got one more turret on the back side. We're not worried about that. We got his, we got 3 of his turrets, and we took down the minigun drone, which is basically him defenseless now. And so the goal, after shutting down our thrusters, is we're going to hop out of here. We're going to take a quick look at the damage to the front of our ship. I think we lost at least 2 minigun turrets. So let's see, what's the damage? A little bit of damage to a thruster. Yeah, we lost a turret here. And what else? Those ones look okay. Surprisingly little damage to the front. This turret is completely untouched. The thruster is completely okay. Just gonna do a survey of the armor. A little bit of damage, but not a lot. And wow. That is catastrophic. All in the name of getting to our turret up here, which they almost destroyed. They cleared out one of our cargo containers, our tier 2 constructor, 2 of our fridges, another cargo container, our advanced food preparation thing, food processor, and some oxygen tanks. Gonzo. So we'll say, just as an exercise in completion, we're going to forge ahead and see what we can do to clear out the rest of this place. We're out for revenge now. Sathium deposit. Just going to reload this guy because we're going to need it. And we might as well reload this guy as our holdout weapon. That guy's good. Alright. Alright, so that didn't go as well as I hoped. Wow, we took a lot of damage. Weapons and food. And medicine and ammo. And medicine and food and ammo. What else we got? We gotta watch out for turrets in this place as well. Not the world's biggest fan of the turrets that we find in these places. We're going to have one of these. We'll see how far that gets us. It's 120. This one is 300, which is a bit much. So we'll take a second one of those. We have crushed stone in our inventory as well. We've got iron ingots and crushed stone. Clearly, I've been paying close attention to the inventory sorting. We'll put our coffee up there. We'll just put that there, and then we'll know. There we go. Before we continue. So we're watching for the openings. Hello, Mr. Turret. I was afraid that he was going to destroy the loot container. And now I remember, this is the one where previously I didn't want to destroy the core just yet because I wanted to destroy the turrets while there was light. That's right, I wanted to be able to explore while there was light. And that's what we're doing. Exploring in the light. I'm going to go up here, and as I recall, there's a loot container and 3 turrets at the very top. And you clearly just peeking up out of the elevator like this is below their field of view. So what's this? We got assault rifle and some ammunition and some ingots. Happy to take the ingots. The assault rifle can stay here till the end of time. And lastly, I'm going to push on through like so. And you know, I think that's it. Aside from the bits that we're going to head up now, we're going to destroy the core, and we're going to dismantle these containers, fuel tanks. I think I see a drone marker dead ahead a few hundred meters, headed our way. Let's see if we can get a close look at the bugger. There he is. He's just cruising around. I don't even know if sniper rounds work against these guys. Oh, they do. I saw him do a little wobble when I shot him. Yeah, little wobble. And kaboom. Now, drones don't tend to spend a... Oh, look. It's the rocket drone. It was a second rocket drone. Is there a third, or was that just a very late rocket? There's one rocket drone. There's another rocket drone. There's another rocket drone. Where are these rocket drones all coming from? We have to wonder. There he is. There's two of them. Clearly, we are late to the party. And a minigun drone is now emerging to play. I'm kind of expecting now that if we head over there, we're going to find a drone base. Because why else would there be so many drones in there? See, I don't really want to find out that the reason why these drones are over here is because they were all guarding a cobalt deposit. What is going on here? Neodymium. There's apparently guarding the neodymium deposit. I would feel kind of disappointed if there wasn't like a drone base or something nearby. They take a while to clear because they tend to be much larger inside, but they have epic loot, and we could use an epic gun that hopefully isn't a pistol for the 4th time. Oh, we got a base. And we got a thing over here. What's this thing over here? Just a different texture. This looks like a Ghost Rider Defense 2. Or is it? What are you? This looks very different. Point of interest, crashed ship. It's got a drone defense. All right. The guns have had their fun. It's time to just chill out. We're gonna land. Stop shooting at the damn crashed ship. All right, we're gonna top up our oxygen and have a little bit of food, and then we're gonna get inside this crashed ship and see. It's not indicating that it's a part of something. It's just labeled as a crashed ship, and it looks like it's pretty much the whole thing. Obviously not in the best of shape. And while we're up here, stuffing our face, would be a great time to drop some of this stuff off. It'd be nice if we had a tier 2 constructor to drop it off into, but unfortunately, that's been destroyed. So, just gonna do what we can before we go. All of our ingots are gone. Again. Alright. This looks like it has the potential to be interesting. There's definitely going to be some thrusters that we can reclaim on this guy. We're going to get some lights here. We're listening careful for the grunting that would indicate bad guys are lying in wait. What is this? I haven't seen these guys before. Is this just a different texture? Window slope non-transparent. That's kind of interesting, I suppose. Non-transparent windows. Looks like the thrusters may have been destroyed because there's nothing there but truss blocks, which aren't especially useful for us right now at this particular stage of the game. We're going to be losing the sun in under a minute. And see, the one thing about the crashed ships on Akua, the 3-stage crashed ships, is that there were sections of them that were underground. So you could spend a lot of time cruising around, digging out parts of the ship, hoping to find, you know, the hidden secret, the hidden jewel, the wicked loot. And after spending this copious amount of time digging around, you realize that it really probably wasn't worth it in the grand scheme of things. That was kind of a letdown. I'm feeling already that this ship has got the attitude of like, oh, there's really not much to me. There's only one part, so don't expect to find anything special, because that's not who I am. I'm just the guy who carries around bins with a little bit of ore in them. There's another bin, more ore. I mean, this is more interesting than standing in the bottom of a mining pit, just digging mindlessly for half an hour to get all the goodies. But sometimes we just want to gather the goods as part of preparations for our next goal. And in that case, this is not as rewarding as we might like it to be. Some ingots. We got half a dozen 2x4s in case we run out of ammunition. We can just throw them at the bad guys or use them as like melee weapons. All kinds of great medication. Oh, here we go. Core player faction. There's no real reason right now for me to be destroying that core. We aren't getting any light from anything that's going on in here. However, we haven't had to destroy anything yet either, so. See, this is the spot where I would start digging. It's the front of the ship. It's crashed. Look, we've got a couple of bits sticking out. More ore. What about over here? No. But you can see the stuff underground and you think, I wonder, is there a special container? The captain's choice loot? Or is it just a wrecked ship nose? We should take those. It's something that we can't really pass up these days. And see, again, the trickery. There's an elevator shaft. Do we go down? Do we dig it out? Do we see what's down there? Or do we just keep going and say, you know what? Probably not that entertaining. We've got a problem with the thing shooting at our ship. You behave. Well, I guess you don't have a choice now. So that's the crashed ship that I was kind of hoping we would find something like it, just because it is a little bit more interesting than these standard ore deposits and such. And given its size and how accessible it was, there wasn't a whole lot in it, but there was some stuff. I mean, we passed through it, and mostly ores and things. And there's enough of the rarer materials there we can feel like it was mostly worth our while to kind of give it a run. And in the future, if we came across one of these guys, we would probably poke through it just out of habit. But the last thing that I want to do before we move on is we're just going to take another quick run along the outside in the hopes of finding thrusters of any kind, because lately those have been the real sort of cash cow bits, because of all the components in them that are a little bit on the expensive side, especially for larger ships. What is that? Interior block 1. Okay. I'm not going to judge interior block 1. You're doing a fine job. And down here, if there are any thrusters, again, they're buried. And we're kind of taking the stance right now that we're not going to go digging for stuff on a maybe, because we're really just getting ready to get off this moon once we've convinced ourselves that we found everything that we can find. And the next episode, you'll either find what else we found alongside our exploration here today, or you'll see what we're doing in preparation for getting off this moon. There's a couple modifications I want to do to our ship. Obviously some repairs, possibly. I may just, to be quite honest, I may just revert to save and go to a time when I didn't have all of that damage and all of those lost ingots and things in the name of being a hard ass and just charging into the fight. So that's what we'll be doing. If you want to be notified when we add that episode, you can always subscribe to my channel or follow me on social media. Links for social media are always in the information box below the video. Feel free to leave your comments and feedback. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.